Well, hello, my friends. I'm so happy to be here with Wendy Goldberg. She is the executive director and co-founder of the Tri-Faith Initiative. Wendy, it's so great to see you.
I'm so happy to be here.
Well, let's talk about the mission of the organization briefly, and then how people can give back over the end of year giving and the holiday season that's upon us.
So thank you for having me. The Tri-Faith Initiative is a bold experiment in the middle of Omaha, in the middle of the heartland. And our intention is to remind people that something as audacious as the co-location of a church, a mosque, a synagogue, and an interfaith center is possible. And it's possible in our neighborhoods and in our lives. And that we want to remind people during this season that we want to live in a pluralistic society, that we want to know who our neighbors are. And we want, I grew up thinking that the golden rule was the standard and that we needed to treat people how we wanted to be treated. But we've really shifted that. Now we call it the platinum rule. And the platinum rule is to treat other people how they want to be treated. What does that mean? And some of it during this season of giving is giving with our hearts, to open ourselves, to appreciate that we are all walking through this life. We've been through some really dark times and we need each other. We need to be in relationship. And right in this moment, the ideals of truth and trust are harming our democracy, and they're not creating a space for everyone to bring their full selves to our places of worship, to places where we work, to places where we play. And we want to remind people during the season that if faith is core to your identity and Christmas is your season, we want you to have a beautiful season. But we also want to remind you that in an annual calendar, other people celebrate different holidays, and that be compassionate about that. Be warm and ask people if they're okay. How are they doing? That's what we want people to do during this season, to show up for each other, to care.
Yeah. Well, and let's talk about that because I love, tri-faith really is tri-faith. There's lots of faiths. And, a lot of times we look at the season as Christmas, but there's also Hanukkah, and like you said, also throughout the year. I'm not as educated as you are. I apologize, but there are ways that this is a giving season, and there are all faiths, and there are all ways to give back. So, do you have are there some activities happening over the next 6 weeks that people can?
The most important thing in the next 6 weeks for us is our annual appeal. The work that we're doing right now to help people appreciate that there is freedom of thought and belief, that we live in a pluralistic society, that we want to celebrate religious diversity. In this moment, the reality is the majority of people get Christmas off and are able to spend time with the people that they love and in the way that they want to honor. And we want to open that container a little bit to remind people that there are people in America for whom this is not their most sacred day. And that for some people, religion and religious traditions have been hurtful or harmful for them. And we want, that doesn't take away from the beauty of Christmas if we extend the conversation to think about a whole year of holidays. I want people to be able to decorate their cubicle however they want. I want people to invite each other over to each other's homes and to hear stories. There's a chaplain recently that told me, if someone's story makes you uncomfortable, or if someone makes you uncomfortable, perhaps you don't know their story. And isn't this season a beautiful opportunity? I encourage people to get curious. If someone says to you, I don't celebrate Christmas, ask questions. We all want to get to know each other a little bit. And that's what's going to create an atmosphere for us all to feel belonging, and Omaha to be a place that we can show up for each other in.
I like that. The season of curiosity.
Yeah.
Yeah, asking others questions. And well, I mean, I could talk to you for hours, but again, just wanting to have this conversation looking at the end of the year, and I look forward to more conversations in 2023. um but Wendy, I know people can go to the website and just find out so much information about the Tri-Faith initiative. So can you give us that website real quick?
Sure. It's tryfaith.org.
Okay,
We would love your
great.
support. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. And thank you. And again, I'll look forward to talking with you more in 2023.
Perfect.
And happy holidays.
Thank you. And to you.
And folks, we will be right back.